Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all ages, I'm Shadow, the Otherworld Gamer, and I hope you all enjoy where the current residence is. Now, if there's one thing that any nerd has in common is a liking for fantasy, often which we find in video games, comics, etc. But imagine that if a game played like a comic book, well, that would be quite cool. Well, today, we're going to have a look at such a game in the form of Comix Zone for the Sega Genesis. Now, while there are other games that would later adapt a similar idea, Comix Zone was the first, and it's essentially about an artist sucked into the comic book world, fighting off various creatures that the bad guy puts in front of him. In terms of controls, it can be a little bit flawed, but that does not take away from the overall fun factor that this game delivers in spades. Now, while there are other games that would later adapt a similar idea, Comix Zone was the first, and it's essentially about an artist being sucked into the comic book world, fighting off creatures the bad guy puts in front of him. Now, in terms of controls, it can be a tiny bit flawed, but that doesn't take away from the overall fun factor that this game does deliver. As we see, the hero, Sketch, is a comic artist that got trapped in his own comic, which we are fighting our way through. We begin the game with being introduced to Alyssa, our tech partner, along with some items: a knife, some iced tea for health, and some dynamite. Go to the next panel and the action begins by facing a drawn-in enemy from Morden, which is a big hulking figure called a Gravis. High-low combos are essential to winning, as most of the enemies in this game are good at blocking. Now from here, much like a lot of the game, you'll find different routes. It doesn't matter which one you take because at the end of the level they will all merge together. Although there are a couple ones more useful than others in the end. Either way, for this level, they all lead to the most useful item you can get in the game, and that's your pet rodent, Roadkill. Now why is he useful? Well, because in some parts, he can find new items, get to places where you can't reach, and in a couple points in the game, open up new routes for you to take. Yeah, I'd say that's fucking useful. Now in the sewer of Dead New York, we find a Sturgill. They have a weakness when they hang from a spot like the pipes in here, as uppercuts will have better chance of hitting their nuts there. Seriously, it looked like I was punching his fucking balls. Next panel is a switch that opens up the floor and an explosive box to reach it. An idiot that I was here, I forgot to push the fucking box down to avoid getting my ass torched. But moving on to the next scene, we have breakable panel walls, a Gravis, and these weird-ass flying things with no names. I think I'll call them Stingbats. Clear everything up, and it's time to take a jump. Oh, bullshit! What the? That's fucking bullshit! Ugh! Fucking pets! Why can't they be like other games and just have a bit of health taken off? No, not this game. You gotta restart right from the fucking beginning! Fuck! Well, I guess it's time to bite the fucking bullet. Luckily, in each episode we do gain a second chance, but we still gotta restart from the start of the level. Leap of faith! And made it! Level 1 complete, and we turn into a superhero version of ourselves before heading on to the next page. Page 2 starts off with having to bust down a metal door. Send Roadkill out to discover some dynamite. Go in and go to the right and blow up the fan, although Roadkill could have passed underneath and hit the switch. After that, you're gonna have to punch a few meat sacks, which all you need for them is 2 to 3 uppercuts each. There are a total of 3 of them, before you have to face another Sturgill. It explains some sort of process starting, but that's all you're getting out of that guy. Man, that teleporting sucks! Now we move on to the next part. On this panel here, you have to push that explosive crate into the fan. That is the only way you can clear a path to move forward. Once that's done, go to the next panel to face a couple of those sting bats. Uppercutting, I cannot stress enough, is your friend. Bust the crate to get the grenade and move the fuck on. In the next couple of panels, you're simply knocking off the meat sacks before you go on to face another Gravis. Beat him like we did in the first hit, though that can be difficult when you do jump attacks as you'll grab the pole up above. Once he's done, he drops a superhero move. The next panel is almost a freebie. You just have to use the switch to stop these two rotating bars onto the metal bar to blow it up. In this panel, after we beat down some crawlers, you get to see what's in the capsule. Those are... Oh shit! Those green horn guys, are they coming right for me?
Oh my.
Thank you, George Decay. But all kidding aside, they are the mutant slime children. You have to defeat them one at a time for not allowing them to gang up on you, and you only have a few seconds between each of them until all capsules are broken. Unless you actually want to get gangbanged. With the last one defeated, we now go on to face the mutant mother, which looks like a dragon hanging from the ceiling. Use whatever weapons you have against it, including the Super Fist, which turns you into an invincible superhero just for one attack. Once the weapons are used, dodge its flames that spews out and use air kicks for best results. It will take a couple minutes with this method, but it's the safest way to do damage. On the last hit, the mutant mother screams and blows the fuck up. With the defeat of this boss, the first episode is now officially done. Well, fuck. I still can't get over the fact that we nearly got butt raped by those newborn mutant slime thingies. It's kind of funny, but it's not like they were too hard, but shit, man. Looked like something really weird was gonna happen, that's all I'm saying. But, with all that done, it's time to move on to the next episode of Comix Zone.